Once upon a time, in a peaceful countryside village nestled between rolling hills and lush green forests, there lived a young girl named Lily. She had always been fascinated by the simple and beautiful life that the country offered. Unlike the hustle and bustle of the city, everything in the village was calm, and the days seemed to stretch on forever. Lily spent her days exploring the fields, tending to her family's garden, and learning from her grandmother, who was the wisest woman in the village. Her grandmother had lived in the countryside all her life and knew everything there was to know about the land, plants, animals, and all the little things that made country living so special. One day, while they were sitting on the porch, sipping homemade lemonade, Lily asked, "Grandma, what makes living in the country so different from the city?" Her grandmother smiled and replied, "Well, my dear, it's not just about the fresh air and the wide open spaces. Country living is about understanding nature, working with the seasons, and knowing the value of hard work. It's about simplicity and finding joy in the little things." Lily was eager to learn more, so her grandmother decided to teach her about the Encyclopedia of Country Living, a collection of knowledge passed down through generations. This encyclopedia wasn't a book, but rather a way of life, full of wisdom that could only be learned through experience. Her grandmother showed her how to plant seeds, how to care for animals, how to make homemade bread from scratch, and how to preserve food for the winter. They spent hours walking through the woods, learning about the different plants and trees that grew there. Each plant had a story, and each animal had a role in the delicate balance of life on the farm. As the seasons changed, Lily saw how life in the countryside was in harmony with nature. She learned how to harvest crops in the summer, how to gather firewood in the fall, and how to take care of the animals in the cold winter months. Every part of the year had its own rhythm, and Lily began to understand the true meaning of the Encyclopedia of Country Living. One spring morning, as Lily was planting new seeds in the garden, she realized how much she had learned. She had become part of the village's story, living the life her grandmother had always known. Lily was now ready to pass on the wisdom she had learned to the next generation. And so, the Encyclopedia of Country Living continued, not just in books, but in the hearts and hands of those who cared for the land. It was a timeless treasure that would live on forever.